It's much less difficult to get a job at that time than it is today. Comic book business was just starting. The requirements to get in were much lower, the quality that was necessary, and so I was able to get the first job when I was very, very young. Well, I got the idea when I got out of the Army in 1950, and I had seen a publication in 3 dimension when I was stationed in Germany during the war. And when I got out and started putting the books together, I thought that my partner and I, a fellow by the name of Norman Mora, and I were looking for a means to put out a magazine that would be different than any others. And we struck on this idea of putting out a 3-dimensional book. And we worked out the process. The idea of having 3D had been long-standing, it had been around a long time. But how to produce that magazine, including the glasses and be able to sell it for 25 cents, that was the difficulty. That was what we worked out, and that's what we were successful at. It wasn't a matter of any appeal of any, it was work. It was just a job that had to be done. It was something that was offered through Carmine and myself. The price was right, and we did it. Really, I was never in battle or anything closely approximating that. But as with any other story that I do a lot of research, a lot of investigating about the subject matter, and I acquire as much information as I can so that when I draw it, it'll have some validity. Yeah. And I did the same thing with Sergeant Rock. Yes, well, it's been talked about for the past 10 years, so the excitement has kind of left. But it'll be nice to see it come out. Well, I'm very excited, very proud about what my sons are doing. In fact, they're also involved with the school to the extent of teaching at the school at the same time. So when you get older, when you understand these things, I think you'll know how it feels if you're fortunate enough. And I feel very, very lucky. You'll know what it feels to have two of your children who are interested in the same thing that you are, because they were never driven to do this kind of work by me, something that they naturally had a proclivity for. And now being able to work with them, and they're showing me their stuff, I'm showing them mine. Yep. It's great. I love it. Well, yeah, I've done other work when I think Adam's stuff and I think Andy's stuff at their request. As a matter of fact, I believe that Andy once seen some of my work. I think it's great. Absolutely. Yeah? Absolutely. I like, I'm not so much focused on the performers as I am on the music. Yeah. And depending on the work that I'm doing, I will listen to, I'm pretty eclectic when it comes to things like that, so that I'll listen to pop, I'll listen to opera, I'll listen to the classics, I'll listen to metal, heavy metal stuff, everything and anything.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, Joe. I appreciate it.